Hey guys, it's History Behind the Warrior, and welcome to another Soul Calibur video. Now in today's video, I thought it'd be quite fun to do a somewhat speculation video and discuss who are the remaining characters on the Soul Calibur 6 roster, as we are only a few months away from its release, and at E3 we actually didn't get any proper character reveal trailers. However, since then some information has come out and told us all about some of the members we may in fact see be on the roster. So in this video I will be talking about somewhat leaks that have turned up, as well as strong hints within the game that we've currently found, which may indeed lead up to a particular character reveal. Now first off, let's actually talk about some characters that have been hinted at and have kind of more or less been leaked at this point, meaning that I'm 99.9% sure that they'll probably end up on the main roster of the game. Now I strongly do believe that Cervantes is going to make it onto this roster. The reason as to why is because he's been hinted at quite heavily in the Soul Calibur 6 story trailer. Along with that, he was the main big bad of the first Soul Edge game, the somewhat prequel to the Soul Calibur series, and with ties to characters like Nightmare, as Nightmare himself is the current wielder of Soul Edge, and his daughter Ivy Valentine appearing in the game, he already does have some ties to the main plot of the story. Along with that, Cervantes has always actually been a very popular character in the series. He's the iconic ruthless pirate that will take anything he believes is rightfully his. Plus a subplot where Nightmare's fighting Cervantes could be pretty damn cool. Plus, like I had mentioned earlier, we saw very briefly in Sophitia's Soul Chronicles an image where she defeats him at the end of the original Soul Edge and destroys one half of the Soul Edge blade with her own Omega blade. So I strongly believe that Cervantes will definitely be in this game. Plus he has been hinted at in a somewhat pre-order leak, so I believe this more or less confirms his appearance in this installment. Now on to our next character, and this one has kind of been leaked, and really as to no one's surprise, we have the giant monster known as Astaroth. Yes, this character will most definitely be in the game. There's no beating around the bush, as he did kind of appear twice in the story trailer, as well as seemingly make an appearance in Max's Soul Chronicle, a screenshot which I will display now. What you see here is a recreation of what happened in the first Soul Calibur game, where Max's pirate crew are all killed off by Astaroth and his forces, leading to the two inevitably clashing at the end of the original Soul Calibur game. And seeing as Max's already in the game, it makes Astaroth's chances much higher, and on top of this, he happened to have been one of the characters that were hinted at in the pre-order leaks along with Cervantes. So much like Cervantes, I really do think Astaroth has an extremely high chance of being in this game. It just seems like right now we're just somewhat waiting for a bunch of characters to be confirmed. Plus Astaroth is not only popular, but also one of the big antagonists of the game series, so Nightmare will need some allies on his own personal conquest, and I can't think of a better ally than Astaroth. And on top of this, the game is actually lacking a grappler archetype right now, at least from the recent builds that I've seen, so Astaroth definitely fits that mold. Now on to our next character. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to be happy about this one. It is none other than everyone's favorite Lizardman, I guess. Now Lizardman, much like Cervantes and Astaroth, did feature very briefly in the story trailer, but unlike the other two, he wasn't featured nearly as much, and I think that's vastly due to the fact that it may seem they're going to be pushing him more as a henchman than an actual character, because unfortunately in fighting games there's always going to be that one character who does kind of become a lackey, which you as a player have to go up against quite a few times, as you need to smack around the bad guys but not instantly defeat the main big villain, as it deflates their danger factor and can somewhat affect your perception of that said character. And that's why I feel Lizardman has been included here. Now that's not to say he's not a popular character in the series, because I'm actually rather surprised by the fan base he has behind him, as I myself has never quite understood the popularity of this specific character. Nonetheless, this character does have ties to Soul Edge, because much like Astaroth, he's one of the many individuals that does work alongside him, and along with this he does have some ties to Sophitia, as he himself is actually of Greek descent. Now I'm not too familiar with this character, so I'm not going to go into detail of his background and misinform you of some information that I clearly do not yet know, but Lizardman as a character is rather popular and does most certainly have ties to characters that already exist on the roster, so it would not at all surprise me if he did make it here. Plus we need more antagonists for the main hero to go up against, so Lizardman would fill up this role rather well. Now our next character is actually the most popular character in the series according to fan popularity polls, and that is none other than Talim. Now yes, I'm well aware that Talim does appear later in the game series, and if Talim were to actually appear in this game, she would be extremely young. However, if we've learned anything from Zuslamel's appearance, is that that they're willing to feature characters in the series that appear much later. So Talim could just make a small appearance in the Soul Chronicle sequence instead of playing a huge role in the main story, which is indeed possible because for the most part, despite her popularity, Talim has always played a somewhat side character role, as she's never been too engaged with the main plot of the story. And what also leads me to believe that Talim will be in this game is because in Soul Calibur 5, when she didn't appear, the game got a lot of flack from fans because she just mysteriously disappeared. And the game was set 17 years after Soul Calibur 4, so we would have actually been able to see her as an adult. But as we all know, this wasn't the case at all. So leaving her out would 1, not be a good idea, and 2, Okubo, the head director of Soul Calibur 6, made a tweet recently kind of teasing Talim. And finally, the last thing that kind of hints that she'll appear in this game is that there's actually a stage on Soul Calibur 6 right now known as the Windswept Plains. And for those of you who aren't too familiar with Talim, she herself derives from a wind village in the Philippines, and because of this she's actually given the nickname the Last Priestess of the Winds. So I personally believe from the hints we've had here that we'll most likely get Talim in the game, and for all we could know, this could be a non-canon appearance, so her age may not actually be a factor if this is the case. But for now we do have to wait and see, but I do strongly believe that she will make an appearance here. But for now, this is gonna sum up my part 1 video, guys. I'm still kind of unwell and making videos is kind of hurting my voice, so I'm gonna give it a few days till I make the next one, but I do hope you enjoyed this for now. I purposely left out specific characters here to talk about my part 2 video, but know for sure that I definitely have those characters in mind and already written down that you're probably gonna type down in the comment section. So yes, please do keep an eye out for that. I hope you do enjoy this. Hopefully I get better soon so I can actually make these videos properly, but for now I'm gonna take it a little easy on my voice. Now before this video wraps up, if possible, let's try getting it to about 500 likes. It's a great way of helping out the channel since YouTube's ad system is broken as hell, so by giving it a thumbs up it helps out a ton. And if you want to go the extra step, we also have a Patreon set up, and a link for it will be down in the description below. Anyway guys, as always, please comment, like, subscribe, and share this video with everyone you know. Please take care, and I'll see you all next time.